Okay, this is my total kit. Bedroll and my pack. I just did my pack video, and now I'm going to break down my bedroll. Okay? Stay tuned. Okay, let's break into this bedroll. Right now, it carries my axe, so I don't have to keep it on and dangling off my backpack. And I like to carry this with me every time I spend at least an overnight or more in the woods. On day hikes and everything else, I just have my Bako saw and my knife, everything else in here. Okay, what it is, it's a bedroll that I have tied up with nylon webbing. It's just 1-inch camo netting from the Army Navy store. I get it for about 33 cents a foot, and everything is just simply tied with half hitches, so it's easy to take apart. And I like the webbing because we've proven it very useful for other tasks, ridge lines, hauling firewood, lifting or hoisting a game animal, carrying your Roycroft frame pack. This is about 20 feet, 18-20 feet of the webbing. Okay, it cost me about $4 or $5. Now, inside of the bedroll, as you can see, it's not really rolled up that much. But what it is, it's folded more like a package. And this is just to keep any moisture, debris, or the elements getting in on the ends. So it's just simply like this. Okay, it's an 8x8 tarp, Menards tarp with reinforced grommets, folded in half. So right now it's 4 feet wide. And inside of this bedroll, I have a 7x7 sill nylon Pathfinder tarp / poncho. It's fantastic. It's reinforced edges, corners, tie out loops every couple feet, extra large hood that's enclosed inside of a pouch if you want to use it for a poncho or not. It's great. It's fantastic. And I have an Army surplus 80 or 90% wool blanket. The only additions to this kit that I'm going to be making in the future is the tarp. Right now, this inexpensive 8x8 tarp has a lot of different shelter options to it, and it has a lot of good coverage. But what I like to do is keep it at this size as a moisture barrier and a ground cloth, so I can just lay on top of it underneath of my lean-to type shelter that I make with the Pathfinder tarp poncho. And I'd like to incorporate an oilskin cloth or a tin cloth maybe in the future, and the new wool blanket that Dave sells. It's just fantastic, and those are on my wants list right now. But right now, this is what I carry because it's the only gear that I have and I use the most. Inside of this bedroll, I roll up 2 short bungee cords for different tarp configurations, along with 4 stakes. And this cord is just attached to the poncho for quick shelter option. Alright? Everything is just folded up to fit inside the 4x4 bedroll. What I do to roll it up, to keep this wool blanket and everything else in the confines of the 4x8 bedroll rolled up, is I roll in my wool blanket, I put all my stakes in the center. This way, when I roll up the sides, the sharp pointy edges aren't going to poke through my tarp. Okay? So what I do now is I just roll that into the side like this. See how that works? Just like that. And the same. Now with one person, if I was to start rolling this up, it would have the chance of coming apart or getting off center. So what I do is I fold this up onto itself like a package, just like that. Okay, I just pull this towards me and I roll this side up just like a package. It's easier for one person to deal with and manipulate. Okay. Very easy to manipulate, one person. I don't have to have somebody sitting or laying on that side and rolling up. I'm going to take this, fold it in half again, and just simply just like that. Real simple. Now, to get this thing ready to roll, I have a simple overhand loop tied in my web strap. I go around one time towards the outside of the bedroll. I like to cinch it down fairly tight. Okay, just pinching that with my fingers, I'm just going to put in a simple slippery half hitch. Just a very simple loop that I can pull apart if need be, okay? But this is going to be part of my shoulder strap. So I'm going to take this excess, I'm going to wrap around a few times, just like this. Try and make sure it's fairly tight. Nice and tight, and right about at the top where I feel like I want my strap to come across to tie into my loop, I just tie a simple overhand knot, like a granny knot. And add in my slippery half. Add a little bit longer than this one, okay? This is so I can lock in that side, and this side is my adjustable strap with just a simple overhand knot. And I slip this over my shoulder. And I slip this over top of my regular backpack so I can dump this right off the bat if I wanted to get to a campsite and then go scout out for a while, because this is all my shelter. This is everything I need for camp. This is everything I need to have on me, okay? Then I go ahead, I slip in my axe, okay? And this whole package weighs, the handy dandy fish scale, with the axe, the wool blanket, 2 big tarps, just over 9 pounds, along with my main kit and carry that has everything in it from the other video, a little over 9 pounds with no water, okay? And this is the evolution of all the gear that I'm using to date. It's very minimal, lots of options, lots of water storage, lots of metal containers, lots of cutting devices. My axe is secure, my bedroll is secure, but I will be looking for an oilskin or tin cloth type ground cloth or tarp in the future, and a different wool blanket. Other than that, this is ready to roll.